Great teacher. Today we are so excited that we can present you about our topic that is face recognition in real-time video that we are from group number 2. First of all, I want to introduce you about our team member that we have 5 members such as Usa, Zailan, Watana, Ayampik, and Tachi. But before we go to detail our topic, we just want to show you about the table of our content. And here is the table of our content. And now let's move to the first part of our presentation is introduction. And what is the problem of our topic? For here, we have divided to the 3 main parts, like the attendance recording, monitoring system, and security. So why it is the problem? Honestly, maybe you know about the, if you want to track or to check about the menu on attendance, maybe you need a lot of long time, and then you cannot monitoring the another student or other student activity during the examination. And the important, you can detect who are the student and who are not the student to come in class. And here, after the problem, we can define our object. Also in our object that we have the 3 main also. For the first is the real-time detection. And here we just want to detect the people by using camera on device in the real time, and then we can recording the time span. And the next is capture process fast, like we can capture the people who they are by database. And then for the last, our objective is the integrate with web. And here we will provide you about the web that have a friendly interface and make you easier than to using terminal. For the next part, my friend Celine will present about the technology and methodology.
So thank you, Beck, for a good presentation. My name is Elan. I'm going to present about the methodology and technology. So for the technology, we in this project to build automating attendance management system, we use the face recognition, OpenCV, Plus, and Abstract. So for the next slide, I am going to present about the methodology. The first one is face recognition. So for the face recognition is the most popular library from Python. We can use face recognition to in order to encode the face by using the face encoding to return a list. And we can also got the face embedding from the face encoding. So for the next slide, we also use vector store service. Vector store service we can use in the face recognition to store and retrieve the face embedding in the vector database, and easier to connect to our database with the abstract. And this is also the code for we use the store face. So for the next slide. For the next slide, the last step, we compare the face embedding by using the tolerance to ensure the distance about 0.41. For this, we compare the embedding. We compare the face embedding from our webcam video to our face embedding in the database of 55 students. So if the if the both face encoding is different, or the distance is about 0.01, it is match each other. So for the next slide, we also use OpenCV as the real-time video processing to capture the live video stream from the camera, and also can detect the face in the camera by pre-trained model with the face recognition. We integrate the OpenCV with the face recognition to extract the region of detect face and pass it to the face recognition library. So for the next slide, we are going to talk about the Flash. So Flash, we use Flash in this project as a user-friendly web interface to monitor the live video feed and generate the name of the face embedding from our database. And Flash, it allows the seamless integration with the database abstract. So it also can produce the video processing with OpenCV. And for the last one of the technology will be the Abstract. Abstract provide a seamless database and also can store the student profile as a face encoding, and also the name of that student. We will use Abstract because it provide us with the managing Redis and also the vector database. And for the next slide, will be presented by Fortinet. Thank you.
Thank you, Srilan, for your very well presentation. So good evening, teacher. My name is Fortinet. Today, in this section, I will demonstrate the results that we got from Selenium implementation and technology that we have incorporated inside this project. So the result is by seeding all those data, and we got back these of each records, such as the ID attribute, the vector attribute, and the metadata for each respective person, which includes an object which consists of the properties of their names. Moving on to the next slide. So as you can see in this figure, we can see all those results and names or the metadata that we got back from the face detection, and it returns back the result from the database. So moving on to the next slide. This is our role and responsibilities of the development. So we divided all those development section into 4 parts. The first one will be responsible by Beck, which will prepare all those data sets and clean and resize those data and ensure that we can store those data into the vector database by converting into the embeddings. For the face detection development phase will be responsible by Hussein, which will capture those face data and prepare it in order for the Chill and Selenium to compare those embeddings. And finally, for the GUI representation is developed by me. So moving on to the next slide, the Chill will present about the team activities.
Thank you so much, Watna. So, hello, teacher. My name is Lam Chu. So, this is a list of activity that we meet up during our project. So, next, let's go to the conclusion. So, during the development of this technology, we able to learn more about it by using it like a system that can authenticate like student as well as check any like potential suspicious person who try to get into our environment like school, and it will be able to act as like a security also. So now let's go to the reference. Here is the reference that we use to make this project up. So now let's go to the demonstration. So here is our code. So in our project, there will be an app which store our service, or which has the face recognition service, the vector service, which we use to store data to the database. This is configuration. We can consider it as a environment in Laravel.environment where we store like sensitive information. This is the route where we include which route do what processing. So now let's run the project. Okay. So once we run object, we can launch it with this link. So this is the user interface. So this is the camera. You can see my hand. So to test whether it works, let's us recognize using the data that we try to recognize. So let's check if it's able to know who is Usa is. Here, this is Usa, and this is Selenium. Okay, and this is Watna. Yes, and here is Page. Yes, it's able to detect. And this is my face. Yes. So what if we have like a face outside our database that we used to encode? So for example, let's test on the line. She have a beautiful photo of her. So let's check if it's able to detect. Yes, it's able to detect the person. So here is another photo of Watai. Let me zoom in a bit on her face. Yes, perfect. So it's able to detect the person inside the image. Sorry, teacher, if it's able how to see because I'm holding the camera on my phone as well as operating my PC. So what if we want to add like a new person want to recognize? So let me first stop the camera. So let's find like a new photo. For example, let's say one, so that we can upload outside. So let's check one image. Let's choose the image. We know that the person we store using the person name in the file, so we will write out the name. Okay, then we store it. So after we close the camera, we can import this using this. Which is the function that we're processing, and then it will show us the result of the process. Okay, perfect. So let us start the camera up back again, and then use the photo that we embed to check if it is working as intended. So let me resize a bit. Okay, perfect. And it is, yes, it's able to detect a one. So let's choose another photo just in case. Let's this one. Let's say really quick because I able to resize it. Okay, perfect. Here is the face off. Okay, it's able to detect the person in the image. Okay, and also after we have uploaded, also like upload the new person into our database, which should be at the end. Let me refresh the page real quick. Okay, it's a bit slow. Okay. Okay, the person with the name Priyapsawat should be at the end of our database, and it's the latest person that we add. Here it is. And that is all for our demonstration for the real face recognition. So thank you so much, teacher, for your attention. And that is all. Thank you, teacher.